had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also, they're a literal vampire. And suddenly, my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
We here at JATF Productions are not sponsored by Fortnite or any of the other games we will be mentioning in this podcast. If you would like to game with us, let us know in the Fumbling 4 Network Discord. This podcast may talk about items and updates that have already passed, depending on when the episode was released. Please enjoy the rest of the show. Fortnite Radio. Fortnite Radio. Fortnite Radio. Fortnite Radio. And welcome to Fortnite's Fortnite Radio. I am your host, Samurai. And with me today...
It's Helena.
It's Helena. Yay, I'm not solo anymore. Woo! So sad by myself.
Oh, sorry.
I cried. Not really, but I wanted to. But I didn't, because I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
Big
strong man.
Big strong man, if you say so. But... we are here to talk about Fortnite and everything Fortnite and what's been going on with Fortnite, because we are fans of a couple of things that's been going on. First and foremost, my Harry Potter guru. We're going to be talking about that. So, for the Christmas festivities, they threw in Harry Potter as like a collaboration. And I know in the podcast by myself, I mentioned that... Hogwarts Legacy did a thing where like the game was accessible for Steam, for Xbox, and you played, which I think I told you this later on, you played 2 hours of it and you got the back bling of the chocolate frog and his little case thing, which is really cool. And I was like, oh baby, we missed it. You're like, oh yeah. I mean, it was purchasable in the shop, but that was something free that WB and Fortnite did. You just played Hogwarts Legacy for 2 hours and then they give you code and then you get the back bling, which is really great. And I am in love with Fortnite for doing this, but we're gonna talk about how we think they kind of missed the mark with the whole Harry Potter thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not to bash it or anything, but it's a little disappointing. And I think a lot of Harry Potter fans are disappointed on how, like...
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the dang broom.
Yes, the broom. So the glider, yes, and I mentioned that in the other one.
It was a pickaxe, but
yeah.
It should have been a glider. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, it's a glider, and you're like, it's not. And I was like, dang it,
just a pickaxe.
I was like, why is it not a glider? I'm telling you, I would have purchased it.
Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people, or instead of the frog backling, it could have been just a glider for the Hogwarts Legacy like collaboration.
Right. That
would have been so nice. And I think that would have been more of a worthy collaboration to be like, hey, if you want this glider, this, firebolt or whichever one Harry Potter. I know Harry Potter had two of them. He had the one that broke in the second movie.
The Nimbus 2000?
Yeah, and then he gets the firebolt.
I think so.
Right.
I need to binge the movies again.
But I know he had at least
it's
two of them.
holiday season, I need to.
Yeah. But either one of them would have been pretty nice. And I think the firebolt is the pickaxe. But before we jump into how we believe they messed up with the brooms, the Winter Lodge is all Harry Potter themed and all glorious and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on as far as like how well they integrate Harry Potter in the Winterfest Lodge?
I think it reminds me of it's like a lodge mixed with like a common room.
Oh, okay.
In like where they have like the floating lights and there's the Christmas tree and
Right.
the stockings, and it just feels very much like a common room in Harry Potter for like one of the houses during like the holidays.
Right.
It's very festive. It's cute. I like it. The gifts, not some of my favorites, but again, I thought maybe the gifts should have been, if it's a Harry Potter theme, I thought maybe the gifts should have been a little bit more Harry Pottered.
Right.
But they weren't. But that's neither here nor there. I digress on that. But I do love the fact that they had little Hedwig in the corner as like a little plushie, and then they have the sorting hat just sitting there on the side. So it does tie in Harry Potter a little bit more.
And of course the bells.
Yeah, the bells that float and stuff, which I think is cute.
Yeah, and then you got the little Harry Potter guy in the back just kind of like decorating the tree.
Right.
But I do agree. They have the floating candles and stuff like that. But I wish the presents were more Harry Potter, themed as well. But yeah, for the common room, as far as like it's like the lodge common room, the fireplace itself. Now I don't remember last year how it looked. I think it probably looked similar.
I don't
if I'm not
remember.
mistaken, I think last year it also had two sides for the presents. But just thinking of Harry Potter, it's fitting because this reminds me of the scene where Harry Potter talks to Sirius Black through the fireplace. And that's what I think of. Like now having to see them, whatever, I see that and I'm like, oh, where's Harry Potter? He's going to talk to Sirius Black and that kind of deal. So that, yeah, it kind of fits in with like the Harry Potter theme. But other than that, even as far as like the skins for Harry Potter, they weren't really that great because there wasn't any of the main characters, like not any of them. No,
I think, my opinion, again, Harry Potter fan, I think that they should have had they should have had Harry Potter characters that you could purchase, or the option to pick an outfit to fit on your default character. If you wanted, like, hey, I just want to dress up as Gryffindor, or I want to dress up as a Slytherin or a Hufflepuff or a Ravenclaw, where you could purchase just the outfit, not necessarily specific characters for whatever outfits.
Right.
And then so have that where it's just the outfit and then also the characters, which they can alternate through.
Right. That would have been nice. Like have like Harry Potter in his like regular school Hogwarts uniform and then like a regular Harry Potter casual clothes. Because I know sometimes they do that. Like again, some of the anime characters they have that. Some of the TV characters they have that. Where it's, for example, I know it's in the item shop. We'll be talking about it later. The Terminator ones, like you have the Arnold Schwarzenegger who's like just regular Terminator, and then you have the one where he's like half of his skin's coming off, and you see the metal, and like so it's kind of like you get 2 for 1.
Right.
But yeah, they didn't. There's none of the Harry Potter characters at all.
It's
And
a little sad.
It's a lot sad. And then of course, like even like we were talking about before, the broom, the iconic, broom that, the Quidditch that all of them rode and stuff like that. They learn it. It's part of the movie. They learn to ride the brooms. And it's something as iconic as that you use as a pickaxe, which kind of throws me off. Like that's that I kind of felt like they dropped the ball on that one. But speaking of that,
sorry. Also, I love the little Hedwig back piece.
That was cute.
I think that they should have put Hedwig as a sidekick.
Yes, now that they're integrating the sidekicks, I'm surprised they didn't actually. Because again, you have the pinata, the llama pinata as a sidekick, SpongeBob as a sidekick.
Gary as a sidekick would have been cute because he's SpongeBob's
I
pet.
thought they did have Gary
don't
as a sidekick.
remember.
I'd have to look into that.
I did once I seen SpongeBob stuff. I was like, it's okay. Not my favorite. Some of the shoes, some of the little slippers were cute.
Yeah, they were cute. They were cute. But they're having some pretty interesting sidekicks. But Hedwig as a sidekick would have been nice. Or to take it further, the chocolate frog as a sidekick. or I know he
or any of their pets, which
Right.
you could have done a main character and their pet. So Harry Potter, and then if you want Harry Potter and then Hedwig as your sidekick, cool.
Right.
If you want Hermione and the cat, cool. I don't remember
the cat's name. Yeah, I can't. But
but
then you
then
have Ron Weasley
Ron
and then
Scabbers
right.
as the pet. Like, you could have done any of that,
Yeah.
and it would have worked. Especially if you buy the character and you want the character and their sidekick.
Right. I think again, trying to timestamp of when sidekicks came out versus like when WB and Fortnite were kind of like collabing to get this done. I don't think when the collaboration between WB and Fortnite was in the works, I don't think sidekicks were a thing yet.
Right.
So I think it's kind of like by the time they came out, Fortnite was also again doing their own thing, and they're not, going to be like,
Right.
we're going to hold on to other projects. No, they're having multiple projects run. So sidekicks was in the workings as far as like coming out along the same time as whenever WB and Fortnite finished their collaboration,
Right.
and what essentially WB is going to allow Fortnite to do. But yeah, I feel like Fortnite dropped the ball, or Fortnite and WB, because again, we don't know how much permission or how much free will WB gave Fortnite to do whatever, because again, none of the characters are in there. Like that
Right.
was probably the most upsetting one besides the brooms. And speaking of the brooms, we're gonna jump into Blitz, because in Blitz, along with there not being a glider for Harry Potter, they threw in
A witch broom.
a witch broom and
But
kind
it's
of
very much like the witch broom that was in the Halloween collab.
right, and they kind of like they're painted it over like, oh, we're just gonna keep this in here because Harry Potter's in here,
Right.
but it's not even remotely like the firebolt.
It
or-
does not give me Harry Potter vibes at all.
Right.
It does not remotely remind me. And when I was playing Blitz earlier today, actually, I was like, I got the broom and I was like, ooh, a broom, yay, maybe for Harry Potter. But when I used it, I was like, this is not giving me Harry Potter anything.
It's the regular witch broom.
It's just a broom.
Right, and I think they try to sneak that in, like, hey, here's like the Harry Potter collaboration in Blitz, where like here's the broom that Harry Potter, and it's not even the firebolt, it's not even the Nimbus, it's none of those. It's just literally the Halloween,
broom.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Halloween witch broom. But I am happy that they're still doing the Bleach theme in Blitz. So that's pretty good, and I know you're like the sword queen, so tell me about that. Like, how did you feel? Like, did you even know that they were like Bleach weapons, or you just kind of grabbed them, or just like wee, and then
Well, I just so happened to be playing, and I opened one of the chests and I found them, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I picked them up because I remember from, playing the
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
yeah
Yeah.
the Ninja Turtles, and I was like, oh, I do a lot more damage.
Yeah, you
because I'm
do.
not much of a shooter.
You do really good with swords,
Yes.
or any kind of melee weapon, mostly
Yes.
swords.
Yeah, I do really good with swords. So I was like, ooh, I'm using these the entire time,
And you got a
yeah.
victory royale.
yeah, and I won. So I was like, okay, cool. Hoping I'd get it the second time when you and I played. They didn't have it.
No.
I didn't get it, but we still won.
Right. And the thing is too, like, it's so every time I played Blitz and there was a theme for a specific anime or show, like again they had Avatar the Last Airbender, they had Ninja Turtles, and then they did like boss weapons. You normally drop into Blitz with that already in your inventory somewhere. Again, you either had Michelangelo's stuff, you had Donatello stuff, or you had, for the airbending one, you either had the water bending or the earth bending. But when you would drop down in Blitz, whatever theme they had, that's what you used. That's what you started off with. With Bleach, that's not the case.
Right.
You had to find them. Right. So the two things they had from Bleach was Ichigo's Holification Mask, the Visor Lord, and then you had his essentially Quincy powered Zangetsu, where it's the dual wielding ones, the dual wielding Zangetsu. I know this is totally gibberish to you.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
But Ichigo goes through many phases of having the same Zanpakuto, the same sword, but just different amplifications of it because its powers like change and decrease and whatever and yada yada yada. But you use the dual wielding Zangetsu, and it took me so long to finally complete the quest for Blitz for the Bleach one, the Bleach quest for Blitz, because they're hidden in not just any chest, in the legendary chest, or as you know, you end up telling me you found it in the llama chest and the llama crate. But if you don't find it in those two, you have to find it, or you can't find it anywhere else.
Right.
Which
and I just happened to find the
right.
llama.
It was just right there.
I was running and he was right there, and I was like, literally no one's around. Cool, I'm opening it.
Right.
I was like, there's no danger in the next like 5 seconds that I'm opening this. Cool.
Right.
Like,
and that's the crazy part is because, and I mentioned this in the other episode, with Blitz, it's you don't have time like in Battle Royale to go and like, hey, let's explore this area, let's explore this area, let's go and find this chest. Like, it's quick. So like you have to find these legendary chests, and then hopefully when you open it, it pops out either the Zangetsu blade or the Holification Mask to complete the quest, because the quest is just those two items.
Right.
You have to do damage with them. You have to, I think, like do a jump attack with the blades, and then do so many damage to like objects or like the enemies and whatever. Like, it took me so long to get and it's pretty much just a loading screen art cover. That's pretty much what I have. And I wish it was a little, now that I look at it, I wish it was like a little bit better, but it's Bleach, so I'm gonna keep it. I love Bleach, but that's kind of like my little letdown for Blitz and Bleach, and I'm glad that you kind of jumped into it and you're like, ooh, I found swords, and you just murdered everyone, which is great. That's what you do.
Yeah.
But I wish that it would have been more of a drop-in item that you start off with, because then it would have made the quest a lot easier to do, instead of like having to not even grind. Like I ended up finding myself losing most of the matches in Blitz because I wasn't fighting people. I was running away from them because I wanted to find the swords, or I wanted to find the Holification Mask. And then I end up again, Blitz is a lot different than Battle Royale because you can jump in quickly. You can get in, get out, get in and out. But it's so frustrating because it's like you have this objective and you can't even do it because there's like, again, the storm's coming in, there's people all around you, and you're just time stamped to find these special weapons that you need to do this quest for, and like the legendary chests aren't just like everywhere. They're like in specific spots, or like they pop up everywhere. But again, kind of wish they would have did a better job with Bleach and with Harry Potter. But for now, hopefully they'll integrate more Harry Potter stuff later on, and have a glider. Like, I think if everyone like petitions and rants and raves and kind of like expresses to Fortnite, hey, you kind of messed up. Like, you had one job.
Right, but
the glider.
Too, even if, because Harry Potter does take place in the movies, and even in the books, they do take place during the holidays.
Right.
At some point. So a lot of times it's considered, people will consider it a holiday film. They will watch them during the holidays because it takes place a lot of the time in the winter.
Right.
Which is fine. I love watching them around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people. So if it doesn't happen this year, well, like this holiday season,
right,
then hopefully next year, when I say next year, I mean next holiday season, because it is 2026 now.
2026. Oh yeah, Happy New Year.
So maybe this coming winter, hopefully they will have the Harry Potter characters, things like that.
Yeah, Hedwig as a sidekick and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Or even,
as a glider.
would have been a nice backlink. I just thought of it. The Mandrakes.
Oh,
That would have been nice.
Cute.
That would have been nice. As like a little like backlink. Or even as a sidekick. But as a backlink where like it pops out, like it's headed for a little bit and then goes back in. Like that would have been like a little cute little. But yeah. I think we can take a little break here unless there's something else you want to add. But yeah, we're gonna go into like a little commercial break right now, and then when we come back, we'll go over the item shop because I know there's a little guy you want to talk about. So we'll get into that just in a little bit. Yeah, there's a couple cuties. And again, by the time this airs, not all this stuff will be in the item shop that we're talking about. They could be leaving soon, or they could be there for a little bit. But again, this is the new year, 2026. Happy New Year! And we'll be right back after these commercials.
Looking for an energy drink that keeps you awake? Well, W Energy has you covered. No jitters, no crashes, and you can even purchase merch to go with your energy powder, like shirts, mugs, steel mugs, duffel bags, shakers, and much more. Take a sip of your favorite drink while sporting some anime mugs they have to offer. Use our promo code S4NIGHT to get a discount on all purchases. That's S4NITE. Don't deprive your drive to energize. Get W Energy Powder now. Gammy's Baked Goods. They're not just cookies, but love poured into cupcakes, cakes, and yes, delicious cookies. They have many flavors that change weekly. You'll find one that tickles your taste buds. Order them on Facebook.com/Gammy's Baked Goods. That's GAMMY_S Baked Goods.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
And we're back with S4 Nights Fortnite Radio, and we are going to be talking about the item shop now. So again, this is the new year 2026, whoop, 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 and we're just coming into this. But starting off, what do we have, my love? Do you want to...
This is all you, baby.
Oh, this one, yeah. So Jujutsu Kaisen is back. Whoop, 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 whoop. So the regular characters as the ones before. I believe I have one of them, but that's pretty much it. And of course, that's my boy Ryumin. He's really, I love him. He's the demon lord. That's essentially inside the main character. But yeah. So they have them. They brought them back, which is pretty cool. I didn't think they would, but they did. Still disappointed because, as I mentioned before, Bleach is the only anime that I'm aware of that has their own Lego mini figurine. And when you click on Ichigo, you actually see his little Lego mini figurine that he comes with. But yeah, so hopefully they'll start incorporating every other anime that comes into Blitz. Every anime that comes into Fortnite, hopefully they'll also add their little figurines for Lego Fortnite, which would be really cool. So, but next we have
Fortnite drops.
Ooh, they're my shoes.
I was about to say, you already have those.
Yeah, the Meow Souls. So if you guys ever see a gamer or someone with various characters with the Meow Souls, the kitten slippers, or the ice cream shoes, it's probably me.
Yeah.
But what else they got, baby?
They have a little sidekick that's a kitty,
He's
and I'm
so cute.
Oh, he's adorable.
And he has different skins too.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I will say the Calico Cat hits me in the heart a little bit because we just lost our Calico.
Little Callie.
Yeah. Yeah, she just passed away not too long ago, which is sad, but we miss her deeply.
Yes, and that would be like perfect for
it literally looks just like her.
Yeah, maybe if they stay here long enough, we can like get it for like me, you, and the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of and the crazy part is
at least for Aiden.
Yeah, I think he'd appreciate it more.
Yeah.
The sidekicks I'm noticing are as much as the skins. Like the SpongeBob one was 1,800 V-Bucks.
Because it follows you around.
Right.
It even in Lego.
Right.
It follows you
I
around.
noticed that too. Yeah. And now what I'm noticing, in Lego, you can see other people's pets.
Yep.
But when you're doing like Battle Royale or Blitz, you don't see them at all.
Right.
They're just like, you only see them if you're like spectating like whoever killed you.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. But like, no, they're still cute just for your own sake to see. I think they should drop the price because of that. because again, it's not like normally when you buy skins or like when you buy shoes, it's more for like the other players to see versus like
it's
the
for
side
you plus other
right,
players.
and then the sidekicks are just for you, like no one else sees them. Which I think they should drop the price, in my opinion, for that because again, it's not a showcasing for other players; it's just a you thing. But my opinion solely.
But this also here has there's 3 different skins for it, so I can say that
deserves more like a But the SpongeBob one is just SpongeBob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's more. He's 1,800. So.
Right.
But it could be just the aesthetic of like, oh, it's SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So
you're paying for the character.
Right.
Then we have a couple skins in there. You're gonna have to tell me about them because I can't see them from that.
Neko RX1. It's like a robot cat.
Yeah.
Looks really cute.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah. I think it's a girl. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like a female.
Yeah. And then you got Bad Kit. It's supposed to be like Bad Kitty, I'm assuming. He looks really cool. It's like a robotic, like a little. That's pretty. I wouldn't mind. But it looks like the sidekick that you get is like piloting the robot.
Right.
That's cute. And then you got Cat Meowdy. Like a I don't even. Oh, he has a little ponytail.
Yeah.
That's cute. But yeah, it has like a little like bulletproof armor thing and stuff like that. And then the whole bundle was 2,600 to get like the both skins. That's crazy. That is very interesting. Cool.
But you're getting all of this stuff too.
Right, you're getting everything.
Yeah.
You're getting the claw saw, the chainsaw pickaxe, I guess, and I'm assuming that's a glider, the bad wheel. Oh, it's a backling. Oh, Blackwing. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. The book bag's nice though. It's like a cat themed book bag, and of course the gun skins. But she is pretty cool. Fauna. Fun.
Yeah, she's like a goat girl.
Yeah, I like her horns though. They're pretty cool. And she has like a weird like unicorn like mat thing. But is she supposed to be like a zodiac sign thing or no?
I have no idea.
Well, she looks really awesome. And then there's a goatfish for whatever reason.
I think it's a glider.
Is it? That's no,
so.
It's a pickaxe.
Is it?
Yeah, pickaxe.
Oh.
That would have been really cool if it was a glider though.
Yeah.
It would have been really cool.
Then
you got
the emotes.
Yeah, the emotes and other stuff. But yeah, TikTok emotes and Pulp Fiction's in the house. I like the fact that they threw in one of the emotes for Pulp Fiction is the dance that he does with Uma Thurman. It's so cool. And then you have the one he does by himself, and then you have the one where it's like them together. Oh, that is the one with them together.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. It was such a good movie. And again, this is geared more towards like the older people. Yeah. But again, not very age appropriate for kids. So again, if people see this, they're gonna be like, "What's Pulp Fiction?" But it's a very old, very adult movie that some of us saw when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
So, and then you got
the Dead Mouse.
Yeah, Dead Mouse and his all rock band EDM stuff. I'm assuming. But yeah,
the back piece is nice.
That is pretty cool. It's like speakers, like a mouse speaker. Oh, the surf sound wave looks cool as an emote. That's cool. You're surfing.
Oh,
sound.
that is cool.
That is pretty cool. That's like a good victory one. Like you won and you're just like kind of, that's pretty cool. And then you're the DJ. That DJ emote's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. And then you got more guitar stuff for like the center stage stuff, which is pretty nice. So and then you got the skin. The skin looks pretty cool. I like that it's kind of like flowy.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. And then I show speed. Ethan should have been here because he knows all about him. I know nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he's a YouTuber or not or something. Possibly a content creator. I'm assuming by the camera.
That looks like a camera.
So, but yeah, I know him and I know he said another guy on here is like a big like content creator person or whatever.
Yeah, because there's the likes. So
right. Yeah, like the subscribe button and stuff like that. So, yeah, I guess. But he's in here. And I saw a lot of advertisements of him popping in for like they made it a big deal on like all my Google feeds. They're like, oh, he's gonna be coming in Fortnite and he's emotes and whatever, and I'm like, I don't know who he is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
either.
Sorry, peoples. And then you got some of the OG skins coming back, so that's pretty cool. I thought they'd have more for OG, which I need to jump into the OG battle royales. I kind of stuck away from them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they also have their own themes going on too. So I know like battle royale have their own themes, Blitz have their own themes, but OG has their own themes and like storyline that goes on too. I forget. Mostly because it's a lot different than, well, not a lot different. It's sort of different than like battle royale. There's no cars. There's no like other stuff. It's just like OG is very like original. Like it's kind of like just drop in and go, which I'm not mad at it at all. But then you got Gaming Legends. Ooh. Arcane Jinx. She looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
She looks really, really cool.
She's probably like my favorite out of the little group here that they have.
Yeah, she looks really cool. And then you got Arcane V. She looks like a weird Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Like a weird Street Fighter person.
Yeah, they have the emotes punching practice, so
Yeah.
I would assume so.
She's a fighter. I'm assuming this is from a video game-ish, maybe?
Maybe.
Have to look into these. So, sorry we're not well versed in everything that goes on media-wise. Apologies, but they have more Winterfest. Ooh, she looks creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Cutie pie. That elf mask is creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Don't like it. Just because it's like it's beat up and it's like staring into my soul. Or just like how she's like her head's like slightly tilted.
Yeah.
That's creepy. He's not as creepy.
Yeah, he's definitely not as creepy. What's his name?
Kane.
Because he looks like Candy Cane.
Right. But also like the Kane from like the wrestler Kane. Which I kind of that's why I'm
Krampus.
Krampus looks really cool. And
Yeah,
his
I like
long
Krampus.
tongue, oh my god. He looks really cool. That's probably one of the coolest Krampus I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like this Krampus.
He's really cool. I wouldn't mind getting him. He's
Yeah, same.
2,000 V-Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then they have the Doberman.
Yeah, the Doberman bundle. He's so cute. Every time I see
They
him.
have him as a Lego, the Doberman.
Do they?
Yeah, and he has like Lego abs. It's
That's
funny.
so cute. Aw. That's really cute. And then I don't know who these people at the bottom are. Disco Diva. I guess they're just like other skins. And Funk Ops. But I guess they're like dancing people or something.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't think they're like really like.
Oh, look at his shoes.
His shoes are cool. They're like glowing, like glow sticks. And he has a disco ball as a back piece. That's really cool. That's awesome. But yeah, so we have them. We have, a couple more to go through.
Oh, it's for New Year's.
Oh.
Because look at the emote.
Yeah, noise
It's for
maker
New
and
Year's.
stuff. Party favors. Oh, that's really sweet. They did like party stuff for New Year's. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then of course Miku's back as like her winter self, leaving the shop today. So, but I'm pretty sure she'll be back with more cool stuff because Miku is just taking the world by surprise. Who knew that a robot can be so popular? That's essentially what it is. Miku is a robot that a guy who's really talented in music. He programmed her to sing. Pretty much, he programmed the robot to sing and to carry notes and to do all that stuff. So now it's like a whole group of them. It's Miku and like friends or whatever. But and then Harry Potter's leaving today.
Celebration of Hogwarts.
I'm gonna hand this one over to you. So
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, sorry.
Every time I see it, but I will say, if I had the funds, I would have gotten the Hedwig back piece.
But they don't even call him Hedwig.
I know he's just
Snowy
an owl.
Owl. That's depressing.
Well, it's because there's no Harry Potter in here.
Right.
It's just Celebration of Hogwarts.
Right.
So they can't call him Hedwig because Harry Potter's not on it.
Right. But I don't like the names of like the character too, like Dynamic Dreamer, Hallway Hero, Radiant Rebel. Like I don't know. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, me too. I feel like they could have executed that way better.
Yeah.
Than they did. Now, if they would have again had the outfit for your default character,
Right.
for you to like dress up, I think that would have been really cool,
Right.
and
But
I
see,
would have done
this
it.
one says selectable styles,
Right, so you can select
like the different.
what house pretty much you want.
Oh, okay. Got it. And they do have the miniature Lego figs, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. I'm not too mad at that. But she's Ravenclaw. That's like a Ravenclaw outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's a mischief maker.
Oh,
That's why.
but you can put her in whatever house you want, I'm assuming.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Cool. Well, they're leaving today.
Yeah.
And they have like their own like, you know,
Right,
Rocket
they have
League
the
stuff
they have their own vehicle and
big axe. Sorry,
Yeah.
I touched that. That's my bad. But yeah.
then the tires are really cool.
No, the tires do look really cool. Show off your Harry Potter theme.
Yeah.
And then your boy.
My favorites, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have a
Yeah.
little Groot.
Little
They have a little
Groot.
baby Groot
Yeah.
sidekick,
And he has headphones. He's
and
cute.
he's adorable.
He's the cutest thing ever. He's so stinking cute. He's so cute.
And I
That's
want him
Star-Lord.
so bad.
He's so cute. Aww. I like his glider too. I like Star-Lord's glider because that's the ship he uses in the
Yeah.
MCU. Gamora, they chose
She
like
doesn't look like her.
because it's the comic book version of Gamora, not
She's
the
got
movie
like
one.
orange eye bags.
Right, it's the comic book version. It's not the MCU one. That's how she looks in the comic books.
Well,
So, but her glide board looks pretty dope though.
yeah.
The God Slayer glide board, that's pretty cool. I would love to get that. And then her sword looks pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
And then her back piece is like it's like a cape thing. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, this is the comic book version of Gamora. Same thing for Star-Lord. He looks similar to the MCU one, but that Star-Lord is very much like the comic book version.
Right.
And then Blitz is still here. Still disappointed. But a lot of letdown for what Fortnite has brought in. But
Right. I do like the emote that there is. Where is it? Is it for the sword? This one? When he where is it? He's gonna do it. That when he like throws the sword over his
yeah.
when he transforms, right?
Yeah, he transforms into that actually.
Yeah. That I will say is pretty cool. Where he takes
Yeah.
it, and he just flings it, and you can tell it's heavy.
Yeah.
Like, it weighs him down, and then
He transforms.
yeah, I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, that is. It pays really good homage to like what actually happens in the anime, which is pretty good.
And then the big bow. It looks like a big
Yeah, that's
butterfly
cute.
wing / bow. I don't know, but that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, her Zanbato manifested in like
Yeah.
another skin. That's pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of people, and actually I was talking to Z, Ethan's friend, about it, and he's like, man, I gotta get back on Fortnite, and yada yada, and see all these cool Bleach skins. I was like, you might not. He goes, don't tell me. I was like, Chad's not in it. He goes, Chad's not in it. He goes, never mind, because Chad was a big part of everything. It was Ichigo, Orihime, Ururu, and then Chad. Chad was like right there with
I love
them.
the names. And Chad.
Well, Chad's a Spaniard. So
Oh.
yeah, he's and even it's so cute because it hits home a little bit because he'd be like, my abuelo always taught me to not pick fights and blah blah blah, and he's like this tall this tall beefy strong guy, but he's just like so gentle hearted, and his abuelo was pretty much like the same thing, like this rock solid dude and worked with his hands and labor worker and stuff like that, and Chad would get bullied and get beat up because he wouldn't fight back. Until Ichigo comes and starts kicking ass, and he's like, come on, Chad, you need whatever. And then, like, when Ichigo needs his help, Chad just comes in and just starts rocking stuff. But, like, that's why I'm like, you don't have Chad in here. Like, Chad Ichigo's boy. Like, what? But, yeah, it would have been nice to have Chad in there. But, you know, instead you got Orihime because you need, I guess, to balance it off with two girls. I guess. Would have picked someone else, even like Yoruichi. I love Yoruichi. But anyways, I do like the car stuff though.
Yeah, the car stuff's pretty cool. These look like snowflakes to me.
Yeah, because that's Riku's stuff. Her snow stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a snowflake. And it's
Yeah,
cute.
Rikua. I keep calling Rikua. That's her snow stuff. But yeah, and then this is supposed to be like Ichigo, like hollow stuff. And then this will Reaper, you know, like spirit energy stuff. But yeah, they did okay with the car stuff. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, and then you got SpongeBob leaving today. SpongeBob. But again, okay. So there's two versions of the SpongeBob sidekick. But still,
Yeah.
the other one, there was like four skins for the cat, right?
3.
Yeah, there was like 3 skins for the cat. That was only 1,200. SpongeBob is 1,800 for like a cartoon version, then like a CGI version. Still, I don't think that's like worth it.
Right. No, I don't think so either.
But again,
And then they have Doodle Bob as the back.
Doodle Bob, that's cute. Wasn't he like evil in that?
Yeah, he was.
He was like
He was-
menacing. He was evil. Then you got the jellyfish like emote where he's like doing
Where
a
it's
jellyfish
the
dance.
jellyfish dance.
And then he's riding on a jellyfish. That one I probably wouldn't mind as much. But you got more like center stage stuff.
Yeah. The slippers are cute. The
Yeah.
Gary slippers are
Yeah,
probably
they're
my
adorable.
favorites.
But yeah, I do agree. I thought Gary would be like a sidekick.
Yeah.
I thought Gary would be a sidekick. But yeah, you got some more car stuff. The Squidward ones look weird. I don't know.
Yeah, the Squidward slippers.
It looks
They're
like
Crocs.
someone stepped on his face.
Yeah. Flatten them out a little bit.
Yeah. But
And then they have the Patrick Star.
ones.
Yeah.
They're okay. The Burger Mobile looks pretty cool. It's not
Yeah.
that's not what it's called. It's called the Paddy Wagon, but I call it the Burger Mobile.
Yeah.
It's cute.
It looks like something the Hamburglar would drive.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, that's pretty cute. And then you got Battle Ready stuff over here in the item shop. You got Sandstorm. She looks pretty cool. She looks like the Blitz Knight that came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she reminds me
Yeah,
of.
the female version.
Yeah, she looks pretty cool. And then we got other emotes like the taxi emote, buckle up and stuff. I guess the ballerina one.
Yeah, that one's funny.
Yes,
I love
the
watching
Batman
all
Who Laughs
the.
doing ballerina stuff.
Yeah,
is pretty
I love watching such masculine characters.
do like some of like the
The
dancing.
girly
emotes.
stuff. Oh my god, it's so funny to
Yeah,
me.
ways that we get to Ice Spice and he starts twerking.
Yeah.
But you got some of these other cool ones too. I like the sword, the
Yeah.
Nightblade sword. That
That's
looks pretty
pretty
cool. Yeah, I like the firecracker guy. He looks pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
He looks.
Oh,
reminds
and then
me-
he explodes.
He explodes. That's pretty funny. He reminds me of like the pickle.
Yeah. Look at him. He's so mad.
He's exploding. What is that? The Illumina jelly? That's a nice back
That's
bling.
cool. I like that. And I think that goes with these two.
Yeah, no,
with these
because I
girls.
guess they're like marine biologists
Yeah.
or something.
Oh, I love her outfit.
Yeah, it's so trippy.
Yeah.
It reminds me. Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Both of them. Look.
They both do it.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse, the blotch guy.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. How like that black, like the black kept moving
Mhm.
throughout the white. That's what it reminds me of. Really trippy, but that looks really nice. And then theirs do the same thing too. Oh, hers is moving a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would trip me up playing.
Oh, look at hers.
Oh, hers is really fast. I think
I
hers
like
must be
her
like,
outfit,
like
though.
lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, hers looks really cool though.
Oh, and it's also music reactive too.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Hers is pretty cool too.
Mhm.
Oh, who is he? Hello. Sonar. Oh, haha. Because he's like all sound waves and stuff. He looks pretty cool. I like that. I don't know if he's an actual person, but
Yeah, I have
I
no
like-
idea.
he
But
reminds
then
me
they
of,
have the
like,
shoes.
really cool MC Hammer.
Yeah. Then they have the shoes for Battle
Yeah,
Ready.
the regular Pumas and stuff. And then you got more jam tracks. Some of them are leaving today. You got Ice Spice. Do
Yeah.
the emote where he twerks. Is it this one? Yeah. Oh, shh. Oh, he twerking it. Go ahead, Batman Who Laughs. Go ahead, twerk it. But yeah, you have some of Ice Spice stuff in here. Lisa's in here, which surprises me. Now, if they threw in Lisa, hopefully they're gonna throw in Jenny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, they have Doja Cat. I don't know if they
No,
have
not Doja. Dochi.
Dochi. Yeah, I think they had Dochi before.
I don't remember, but I like Dochi.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dochi's probably gonna be next. But Lisa's here because if Jenny jumps in, then like Dochi has to jump in because
Right.
like they've made a couple of good songs together. But yeah, but Doja's I think after Ice Spice or after Lisa. At least she was in there. Doja was in there, but yeah. Oh, I like her back bling. Lisa's back bling. So it's a pretty kitty cat, like on a UFO thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute. It's really cute, and she's becoming really popular in like the States. With,
Yeah.
like her songs, they're becoming more Americanized too. So she doesn't just do like Korean or I think she's Korean. Yeah, she doesn't just do like Korean stuff. But Ooh, that's a nice car. Predator. I'm gonna say I said that right. Good job, me. Pat on my shoulder. But it looks really cool. Ford Mustang, and you got some other stuff here. Some cool. Oh, the Star Trek looks pretty cool. Or Starter Trek. Star Trek? Yeah, Star Trek. That looks really cool. Not like Star Trek, like people are thinking Star Trek. It's like a different. It's like Mario Luigi Star Trek. That's what it reminds me of. On like the Rainbow Road, where, like you do. So then you got the Battle Pass and the Crew Pass and all the other fun stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all we have for the item shop today. And I guess we can go into another commercial break and then wrap things up.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after these commercials. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Crust. It's a great day to be a bread brother.
Ugh, mornings are not my jam. Or jelly.
Oh, come on. Stop loafing around.
I just woke up feeling hollow inside.
Psst, just grab one of the new Morning Uncrustables sandwiches, like Bright-Eyed Berry or Up and Apple, filled with 12 grams of protein and tons of deliciousness. Crust, what are you eating?
It's just granola, not even yogurt.
No crust, no fuss. Uncrust your mornings.
Wait a minute.
Want D&D dice, Warhammer sets, Pokemon cards? Not sure where to get them? Well, now you do. Go for Games. Check out our online store at gophermafia.com. Keep up to date on events our on-site store has, located at 1206 North Cunningham Avenue, Urbana, IL. Go for Games, where you go for games.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We battle. We conquer. And we talk about lore. Join us as Naked Mango, Seven Blades, and the Almighty Crit go over the different factions, talk with fans and Patreons, and discuss the many aspects of Warhammer, from tabletop to video games. Join and listen to the Warhammer Lorecast on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Learn the game, conquer the lore. The Fumbling for Warhammer Lorecast.
And we're back with our final segment of S4 Night's Fortnite Radio, and we're just gonna wrap it up with a couple of games that we've been playing. As far as Fortnite's concerned, I know we've been talking about it, or we have talked about it. I'm gonna put this one first, and then Percy Jackson. Lego Brick Life. I know we tried it out before, and I know like one of your first times coming onto the Fortnite radio, you were kind of like, not for me. It was too busy. There was a lot of people running around.
Because I'm not. I don't particularly like games where there are other people. Right. Where there are a lot of other people. It's different for Blitz because it's quick. It's fast paced.
Yeah. Mass multiplayer online games are not your forte.
No.
Again, I made the horrible mistake. Was like, oh, Elden Scrolls is like, Harry Potter and like Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna start her off with Elden Scrolls Online. Horrible idea. Couldn't even get out the dungeon. The first one. And you're like, who was that? I'm like, oh, that was another player. You're like, get me out. I was like, yeah. Should have started you off with Skyrim or Oblivion, because you're just by yourself. There's no other players, and it's pretty much the same thing. You're just going on. You can do whatever you want, or you can just do the main plot or side quest and whatever. Join guilds and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to get you into it later on. Maybe that'll be like a gamer night thing where I try to push you to play it. But but Lego Brick Life, you're kind of like leaning on it a little bit more.
I've kind of been into it.
Yeah,
it's very relaxing for me.
Yeah, very
which
therapeutic.
Is weird because there's other people, but I don't necessarily have to interact with them.
Right.
Which I've realized that I don't. For the most part, I don't have to interact with them.
Right. You can
I just work and save up money, and I purchase things for my house, or I saved up money and I bought a new house.
Yeah.
And, which was kind of fun for me. And then I was like, oh, I have enough. I could buy any one of these 5 now. Which one should I get? And then I weighed my options and purchased one and I was like, oh, I still have money left over. I could furnish it now.
Right.
Which I thought was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But I hate if I forget to set, like when I was decorating my house. So no visitors. And some random people just walk in my house. And I'm like, what do you do? Get out.
I'm not done decorating, one.
Right. Why are you just walking in people's homes?
Two, you weren't invited. Get out. And I know that happened to me the one time too. I was decorating because we kind of put our houses next to each other. I was decorating and like, I don't know how they came in because like my front door was still closed when they left. And I'm like, did they come through the back door where it blocked off? I was like, they really took in the effort to like sneak in the back door.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, we're here. And they were just like kind of looking at me, just following me around while I'm decorating stuff. I'm like, again, not interacting, not waving, not doing nothing. They're just like, just whatever. Because again, our mics were off. We're like, we don't have it where we hear other people's mics. I think that's just, especially for Brick Life, that would have to be like a group thing.
Yeah.
Like, to have that constantly on, and like if people are in Brick Life and all their mics are on, you're just hearing constant chatter.
Yeah.
Which I do know that can be in Elden Scrolls Online. That happened to me where I was like, ooh, I don't like this. And Sea of Thieves, mics are just on.
Yeah.
And you can just like, while you're sailing, you're just hearing people talking. You're like, hello, and it's like the other boat. You just
weird.
hear, it's in a certain radius, but there are some games where like mics are just live. You know what I mean? But again, that's a setting that you set. You can turn it off, or you can have it on. I didn't realize that most games have them on automatically. So when I jumped in, I don't have a mic, and they're talking to me, and they're like, "So, bro, like, what?" And I'm just like, "Follow me," and I'm like, "All right," and I'm just following this person, and they're talking, and I'm just like, I can't reply. I can type because it was on the PC or whatever. But Brick Life, I think that would be very chaotic.
Yeah.
Because most of them are probably little kids.
Yeah.
So, which is interesting, that in Brick Life, which I noticed, I do have some Lego figurines.
It doesn't let you pick them because it won't let me use them because they're rated a certain.
Right. The Batman Who Laughs is one of them. Venom is one of them. I think Ghost Rider was one of them.
Ghostface you can't use.
Right.
I have the female Venom, and I can't use her either.
Right. Now, some of them don't have them.
I think that's the only two I have.
Right. But some of them do have the Lego figurines, but there's like a exclamation point over it that says, hey, you can't. Not in Lego Brick Life. Right. But I think in like Lego Odyssey, I can use them. Or like in a Expedition, you'll be able to use them.
Right.
But because I think, again, Lego Brick Life is supposed to be geared towards younger kids or like the younger generation, and it's making it kind of like for everyone. They kind of like restrict those Lego figurines from being used. But you've been kind of really been cutesy with it. Like you've been just kind of like decorating your house with it. Which again, you're a builder. You love building. So and then you get like even more cutesy when like. Even if I'm not there, but you're like, this is your room and it's your stuff and this is, and I'm just like,
I always customize a room for you.
Yeah, and then I build mine, and mine's all like Star Wars and blah blah.
I'm like, I don't even have a room.
We're like, where's my room? I'm like, you sleep in my room. That's your room is my room.
Like,
but you like, but all your nerdy stuff is here, and I'm like, oh, you got lightsabers. You got.
I put like a little computer for you. I put like a little couch, so it's your man cave.
Sorry.
The rest of the house is like for both of us, and like I got plants everywhere, and
because you're so cute. And me, I'm just like Star Wars stuff and theme and supernova stuff, and you're like, my room is where again? I'm like,
like everywhere. And
everywhere.
Like, no, it's not. You didn't even give me a little reading corner with a plant.
No, but also too,
you should start doing. Give me a reading corner.
With
a plant.
A little with a plant.
Here's your corner with a plant.
The other big difference.
I thought of you. I put 4 plants here, one on each floor.
The other big difference between us playing Lego Brick Life and building, decorating the houses, you pick houses that are houses.
Yeah, you don't ever.
It's like I do the supernova one, I do like the Star Wars one, or I do like another thing, and that's why it's a little bit harder for me because they're not houses. They're like. Structures that are for like something else, because again, like there's a whole big area for like a mess hall, and I turned that, even though that could have been like your whole entire room, I could just block that off. I realize that now. Sorry. But this whole living space, and instead I'm a dummy and I'm like, oh, like I gotta make it like Star Wars and whatever. This is my new academy, or I'm gonna train students on the ways of whatever. Tai Chi Force something, I don't know. But I do like Brick Life because they gives you like, again, different jobs, and like we've been noticing, like when your phone goes off, it alerts you to different high paying jobs. So you can earn more money and like
Quicker.
And I missed it because it doesn't come on the listing, but I was building my house. One of them was a mail carrier, and I was like, oh man, I wanted to try that. Missed it because we got kicked out because the server timed out.
Yeah.
And by the time we went back in, the job opportunity was gone. And I was like, shoot, like that would have been really cool. But it was one of the higher paying jobs, and I was like, oh, that would have been really great to just kind of like I don't know how that would have worked.
Right.
Like if you just like, hey, you gotta do things like, I know for the security one, you do like the badges or like the megaphone and stuff like that. What are some of your favorite jobs that you like doing?
Fortune teller. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah?
Yeah, being the fortune teller, because it is so simple. And the I usually like to be the security guard for the bank. That one's really
Every time I
simple.
go to, you're at the bank, and I'm like, babe, where are you? Like, my job, and I'm like, the bank. Let's go, just go over, and then it's funny.
Like I'm at work.
And so I picked up the job as a security person, which I've actually done in real life, and it's such a weird thing, and I didn't think I can do it, but I gave one of the jobs is to give citations, so. I gave our boss the citation, and she was just like, "Thanks," and kind of waved me off, and I'm like, and I got paid for it. And she paid me.
Yeah.
She's like, "Give someone the citation." I'm like, "You're someone," and I literally just grabbed it. I turned around, grabbed it off the thing, and gave it to her, and she's like, "Thanks." But like, I noticed like sometimes when you give people citations, they get upset.
Yeah.
They're like, and they have like that emote where like they're upset. But she was happy.
Usually
She's
I hand
like,
it to them, and then I run. I book it just in case they're gonna follow me.
Right. But I have to deep dive this and figure out how to do it. I don't know if this is actual thing, but there is a building that like you can't get into, and there's
a couple of them.
Yeah, it's kind of, it looks like secret, like MIB people, like secret agent people. I want to know if there's like a secret agent like job.
Right.
That you're just like a secret agent, or you're a spy, or maybe like you got to tail someone for a little bit or something. I'll have to like see what kind of jobs there are in Brick Life,
right?
And how you can get them, or like how much money you would need or what you would need to spend or buy. But yeah, I want to be able to kind of like do that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Because as far as like authority is concerned, like the highest, I think you can go so far as like security guard that we've discovered. Because then there's like the fortune teller. Again, there's the mail carrier. And then there's
we were a DJ for a little bit. That one.
That one was pretty cool. We were a DJ. I was a professor. Out of the thing.
Actually, the fortune teller's right across the street.
Right, and that's where I went. I was doing the fortune telling one a couple times when we played, and I was like, oh, like there's a school here, and then I was just in there, whatever, and I was like, and I talked to the person on the top, and I just became a professor. I was like, yeah, sure, and I was like grading people's papers and whatever, and going through kids' lockers and finding stuff and whatever, and so I thought that one was pretty cool. I don't remember how much I was getting paid or what's like the highest paying job.
So, for a brief period of time, you'll have a high paying job, and then once that time's out after like the day, then you have to wait until the next day to see if there's another one. Otherwise, so you get paid the basic rate, which is like, I think like $500.
Oh, so the high paying job.
It's
at
only
that
for
moment.
like a day.
Oh, so when it comes up, you get the alert, you start working that job, and then after that day, it drops down.
Yeah, to the regular pay rate. Yeah,
that's whack. I just thought like it would just continue to be.
I think it's to keep people rotating
different jobs.
Yeah,
I guess. Kind of makes sense. But I remember like I think one of your first jobs were like you the sushi person.
Yeah, that's super hard. 'Cause I'm like, where is this stuff that they don't show you?
I know you said like you ended up figuring out like you didn't have to do as much work as you were doing. Like you didn't have to bring customers their stuff. You can just be like, okay, did it.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
And you were just like, oh, this is a lot easier than like, But I do know, like I said before, Brick Life is very much like role play ish, where like that's we you know, we play house. We
Yeah.
like this is your house and this is my house, and like like your room's in here and whatever, and like you know you had your house on top of like one of the buildings, like the top floor, and then you're like, oh, I'm be cutesy, and you didn't even tell me. You're like, I'm staring at you. I'm like,
right from my window.
Yeah, I'm like, you see me all the way. You're like, no, I moved, and like you're right across from me. It's like a snap.
Right, literally right next to you.
Just staring at my backyard, like, and just like you're too cute. But yeah, I thought like you know, Brick Life is very much role playing. And it's therapeutic for you because it's kind of just like going through the motions and relaxing and stuff like that, and it's cute because you get to build like, essentially what you want to do, and we figured out how to like undo our mistakes if we said something, you know, took us a little bit to figure that out.
So I will say that too, because when you purchase a home and you decorate it, everything you've decorated stays in there.
Right.
Now I know how to delete stuff and move things. I can go back and fix some of the other houses I have. Where I was like, I don't like this anymore because there's things in places that don't make sense, or I accidentally put something in a spot. So now I know how to fix it, so I can go back and I can change things around. So which is pretty cool.
So you can have multiple addresses, what you're saying.
Not out at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So like, oh, I want this house right now. I'm gonna decorate it, whatever. I'm gonna use this one. The next time you play, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do an apartment this time. So I pull my apartment out, which is already decorated. Then the next time I want my beach house, I could do that, depending on where you want to be located at.
Right, and then when you pull out, like, let's say you go back to your apartment house again. Everything decorated
is still there.
Oh, it's okay. So it's exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of like
because you already own it. Yeah, you already own everything.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought like once you remove that house, like all the decorations also left the house too. Oh, they stay decorated.
Yeah, they stay in the house decorated.
That's
the way you put
That's pretty cool. Sweet. So something other, because again, you played Brick Life more than I have, and I've only played it when you played it. Really. Right. I think we played Odyssey together more than we played Brick Life. But that's because also too like. Odyssey, you can build stuff, and I think you kind of like you just want to like your own space, your own land, and it's essentially you can take over.
That like want to attack you, and then that gets annoying, and I'm like, I'm just trying to build a house.
Because Odyssey is supposed to kind of be like RPG-ish more than like, so RPG is in like role-playing game versus Brick Life is role-playing in general. Like you're just role playing and you're just kind of like, very much kind of like Sims like.
Right.
Versus Odyssey, there's like quests to do and there's things to do and there's like you can hunt, you can do whatever. And then expansion or what is it? Expansion? Expedition is more of like.
That was weird.
Hack and slash, I would say.
Weird because you and I went into it. We're like, cool, we're gonna.
And we were with two other people.
Yeah, and that's not even the bad part. Is we're fighting the things that are coming at us, and they done took off to the boss, and they killed the boss, and we didn't get a chance to do it, and we got kicked out. Mission completed.
Round over, get out, and I'm like, we didn't. We
were following the steps to get there.
Yeah, and they just like bypassed it and was like, we're going to the boss. And then, you know, now hopefully next time if we feel funky enough to play Expedition, we kind of set it to where it's private. Hopefully we can do that. But again, it started off in a big lobby, and then we picked where we wanted to go.
It was a huge lobby.
Right. And I think that also threw you off. You're like, ooh, like I don't like, like it was just chaotic.
This is a shit ton of people.
But yeah.
My French there.
But hopefully we'll try it again or try to see what it's about. Because I think it's supposed to be very much oriented in like dungeon crawling, like hack and slash. Sorry. And that type of deal where it's kind of like you go like that's adventure based, like hack and slash, mission oriented. Because again, you even choose like the role you want, the class you want, the role you want, different abilities, powers.
Right.
It's very much like a game, like playing like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But yeah, but I didn't mind it too much from me, you know, from someone who likes like an adventure. But again, I think for you it was not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
To be thrown into this thing and you're just like, so not only did we both not know what we're doing, the other two people we were in knew what they were doing and they just did everything and we're just like, oh, And I think that's what kind of like made it not fun. Is just getting thrown.
We didn't
in,
even get to
like,
try.
Right. And it's like boss defeated, and we're like, did you do it? And you're like, no, like I didn't do it.
I was with you the whole time.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll play around more with the Lego aspect of Fortnite later on, and we'll probably have another episode of like Legos and maybe even get like Josh to jump in and kind of like all three of us kind of like just mess around with it and stuff like that. So, see what the opinions of a gearhead says about it. But and then the last game we're gonna end off with is Percy Jackson. Yeah.
I've been kind of into it a little bit, playing it the tiniest bit, but I was like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. So, and I love mythology. I think that is a very fascinating topic for me.
Yes, very, very cool era.
Yeah. If I would have went to college, like a college, not a trade school or anything like that, I would have definitely studied like mythology and stuff like that if I was able to. Yeah.
You would strike me as that kind of person to be like,
and
you still do, like, you do know. Again, I thought I knew a lot, and I'm like, oh, I don't. Which I love. I love learning more than what I already know.
Yeah,
and that's,
me too.
I think that's why me and you are madly in love, because again, like, I just love learning from you.
Right.
I love like that we pick each other's brain and we do that, and again, the lore of just like, you know, the Greek era and like the mythology behind everything they did, and because, you know, they had a reason and explanation for like the weirdest, littlest things, which is really cool. And that's how most myths and remedies and home remedies and legends they start off with, is like that was how they explain it without like science.
Right.
But I do believe some of the stuff they did talk about was real. They just either fabricated it or made it more fictional than what it was, or you know,
or it's very much because it's word of mouth. It's like the telephone game.
Right.
It's someone says something, the next person repeats it, and so on and so forth.
Right.
People add things.
Yeah, they tell them their own
change,
story,
and the way the story gets repeated kind of gets altered a little bit. And so something that like, oh, my crops, you know, they just didn't do this well. They didn't do well this year. There was a disease on the land, or, you know, there was some sort of like, my crops were just bad, or maybe we just didn't get a lot of rain, turns into a god or a goddess just, you know, for whatever reason punished you because you didn't worship them enough.
Right.
And, you know, things like that.
Right.
To where they, you know, ruined your crops because you didn't do what you needed to do.
Right.
So yeah, it's things get changed and altered, but I think just mythology in general is just very fascinating. Yes,
like even like ancient Egypt, ancient China, and all that stuff like that. Like it's the lore of it, because again, it's also part of history. May not be like our history, United States. But it's still history to someone.
Somebody's history.
You know what I mean? And that's why, like, a game I want you to try. I'm pushing a whole bunch of games on you. Phoenix Rising. I think I showed you it, but it had like Greek mythology stuff. Part of the DLC, which I bought, jumps into the ancient mythology, and pretty much like it's a whole nother story.
Right.
So like you don't have to like beat the entire game to jump into like the DLC, because it's completely different. It's like separate from the whole entire game. It's kind of like its own mini game, but it's going off of like ancient China and their mythology. Right. And it's pretty cool. Like I don't think I started it yet, because I think I wanted to get further into the regular one. Then I was gonna start it. But yeah, I recommend you playing that, because it's mythology for both worlds. Right. And it's supposed to be comical too, so it's kind of like funny. Like Zeus is there, kind of like narrating things, and he's being funny, and kind of like poking fun at Poseidon, who's also there and whatever. And like Zeus is just making jokes the whole entire time. I think while Poseidon is telling the story, whatever. And it's just the funniest thing. But it's just kind of like you're going through it, and it's very much like it gives me vibes of Percy Jackson because you are kind of like this demigod. And now you have to like essentially reclaim the land and kind of like protect everything and awaken the gods and help them out and so on and so forth. So they're looking to you as like their final hope. And it very much is like Percy Jackson. It's kind of like that. Hey, we're like your last hope to kind of like rekindle everything and so on and so forth. But I find that really interesting that they threw that they made it so well, because I've watched you play it in Fortnite. Like they're bringing all these awesome things, and again, this is why I like shouting out games like this on Fortnite, because there's a whole bunch of other games you can play on Fortnite.
Right.
It's
not just shooting games and things like that. Like this is very much, this game so far from what I have played of it, it's very much like, you know, when we played the Kraken game, where you have to go to the beach and it's hack and slash, where you're, you know, fighting zombies and everything. There's zombies on the beach. Then you have to fight like the wild boars, and then there's wolves that you have to fight, and then there's zombies that or monsters that come and they try to get into like the horse stables where like the flying horses are, and so you have to, it is hack and slash, but then there's other things to do too. There's other, oh hey, so and so lost their book on the beach. Okay, so you have to go to the beach, you have to find the book. But then you also have to fight off the zombies that are there.
So it's very quest driven. It's like an RPG pretty much. So it's like a very, very RPG based.
And eventually you will have to fight the bosses, which is multiples. You have to fight like giants and like cyclopses, and you have to fight, if I'm not mistaken, like a minotaur and things like that. Like you have to fight the bosses that, or the bad guys that Percy Jackson would fight in the series, not the movies. Very, very different. The new series that's out. It's the Siege of Monsters. It's that one.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to keep watching. You know, I may jump in it too with you. But again, I've been watching you play it, and it reminded me of the Valhalla one we played. And again,
it reminds me of that too.
Yeah,
the same kind of monsters.
And it's, again, Fortnite is just expanding way beyond just a drop-in game. And you know, I know if we're not doing that, we're playing like the Fall Guys. We're playing the Fall Guys one, just to do something different. And again, that's kind of like a, weirdly enough.
And then you and I get really competitive with it too.
I was about to say it's a de-stressor, but also a stressor at the same time.
You and I get like weirdly competitive.
And then of course,
I'm like, wait for me, and then
our kids
I
are
run
like,
past you.
Like, beat him, Samurai, or you know, or mom's gonna beat Samurai, and you know, go ahead, mom, win, and like, oh no, Samurai's winning now. Come on, mom, catch up, and it's like one of those things, and it's so cute. But yeah, well, we dove into many different genres of Fortnite.
There's one game too, tying back to holiday. Me and Aiden played that Grinch game.
The scary game. Grinch game, yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah. Was it just a lot of jump scare?
A few, but like, there's like a Wendigo in it. There's like this weird guy that wants to, at one point you and the Grinch work together to like try to get this guy who's trying to take over Santa's job, like, and he's this huge, like, I'm talking like massive of a man unit.
That's
like,
crazy.
He's huge and he wants to take Christmas and everything, and the Grinch, eventually you have to work with him, but there's like, you kind of can't like make the Grinch mad, so you have to like kind of go along with whatever he says, because if you go against it, he like kicks you off the, like, in one part, spoiler, you have to hide like kind of in like this pillar in the ceiling, and so you can see down but they can't see you. And the Grinch farts, and he's like, what are you saying, I didn't fart? And then if you're like, yes you did, he literally will push you off, and the Wendigo kills you because he burst through the door. And so then if you have to pick, like, I guess it was me,
right?
Like blaming myself essentially. And then he's like, yeah, that's right, you did it. And then but then it pans down and you see the Wendigo burst through the door. So like where you would have landed,
right?
He burst through and then they can't find you.
Right. So it's very choice driven too.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
See, Fortnite has a bunch of cool stuff going on. You know, it's like.
And then Aiden bailed on me because he's like, Mom, it's getting a little scary. I was like, I'm sorry.
Which that's a first for him to be like a Fortnite game is getting a little scary.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That must have been
creepy.
Yeah.
So you have to like walk through the dark and stuff. Yeah.
That's whoever made that game did it. And see, this is like. Again, I don't know if a lot of people would know about this game,
right?
If it's not publicized, if it's not checked on, if it's not, because again, some of these creators, they're taking their time and energy to make these games, but it's
the quality is pretty good,
and it's the advertising part that like people don't understand is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Again, them making the game probably took either a really long time or it was like easy peasy for them. Like they probably made several other games and like that's like their masterpiece or whatever. But like it's advertising to the point where like people can like play the game and enjoy the masterpiece that you made. Like that's to me is the hardest part, and that's why I kind of like doing these little segments at the end to get more people interested in these games because the creators deserve that.
Yeah.
And there's even where like I'm gonna start doing that now, where you can sponsor the creators, and essentially like have like their tags in the podcast or whatever you're doing. I'm gonna start a bunch of them because again, some of these games are really good, and they're not by like Gauntlet Games or like Epic Games or some of these other like company making creators. They're just creators,
right?
You know, they
because
have
the Percy Jackson game is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, by Disney. It says Disney,
right? Which is why it's so good. Which is why they have their own like bosses, like the Cyclops and whatever. So it's
but also too why the quality of the game looks the way it does.
But then you also
some of them get like, and you could tell like, oh, this is a creator that maybe doesn't have a whole lot of games, or maybe they don't not the skill level, but maybe they haven't
the team.
Yes. They don't have maybe the equipment or the team to build these, so they look like to the level of like Blitz, where everything looks crisp and clean,
right? Or like the Percy Jackson one,
right?
Even the Valhalla one wasn't that bad either,
right? No, it wasn't.
But again, for this Grinch game, like
it was like really good,
yeah. And it's crazy because if you're saying like even Aiden was like, no, I'm getting freaked out.
Yeah,
that's the point of it.
Creepy.
There were some scary games that we played that were kind of like not working for me. The mannequin one was okay.
That one was creepy only because there was jump scares.
Right, but it's kind of like once you play it once, it's done and over with because it's not like you were taking damage. It's not like you died. It's not like there wasn't. It like
just jumped out at you, or they moved
watching
and you were like, oh no.
Watching you guys play it made me realize nothing in the game is going to happen that's going to make you either restart it or hurt you. I was like, oh, this is legit just a jump scare game and just feed it. And at that point, it becomes like, what do I either finish it to see how the story's going to end, or like because it was also kind of like a puzzle thing too,
right?
Like you had to figure stuff out for the mannequin one. But like this, I'm interested to see this Grinch one. I'll play with you because it sounds interesting. Because I love the Grinch. And I think that's kind of like why we selected it. You're like, ooh, like the Grinch. Like, we all love the Grinch here, so it's kind of just. But I find it interesting that Aiden was a little wigged out because when we played the horror games on Fortnite, he's more of the braver ones. It's the girls that are like whatever. We try not to have them in the room. And of course, Ethan is being scared on purpose, but sometimes he's like, oh, yeah, he's more effort, and he gets all freaked out, and he gets, mad at the game for him being so scared easily. But no, that's pretty. I'm intrigued by this Grinch game, and I want to give props to the creator and shout him out once we do play it. We are gonna play it. It's set in stone. And then we're gonna talk about it again on this podcast. But yeah, it's games like these that I think like the creators need more appreciation for. So that's why I love doing like these. Last bit segments, like the last ending of it, so people can go out and play these games. Do you know what it's called?
I think it is just called the Grinch Horror.
The Grinch horror. Okay.
Yeah, so in like parentheses, it's horror.
Right. So if you guys are gonna look for it,
And
the
it's
Grinch
the
horror.
Grinch's face, just like menacingly.
I can't even say it now. Menacingly. There you go.
Yes, just looking at you. Yeah, it's creepy.
But it's interesting that you actually get like you're working with the Grinch now as far as you like got in the storyline of it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because you're like Santa's helper essentially, and you're moving things, and like it'll tell you what you need to do and move things and do certain things, and then it'll tell you, oh, by the way, you got to go to the shed out back, and you're like, but it's dark out there. So you go to the shed out back, and then all of a sudden there's
Creepy
like
things.
this big creepy thing like sleeping in the corner, and you're just like, but it's gonna wake up. It doesn't, thankfully, or at least I didn't get it to wake up, because I tried to be very sneaky around it.
That's pretty funny.
And you can't run. It tells you can run, but you can't run. So you're walking slow.
That's pretty funny.
And I'm like, just hurry up, get back to the house, get back to the house, get back to the house.
But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I want to try out more of these games. But I do know pretty much Fortnite is pretty much like its own Roblox.
Yeah.
In a way. Because you can literally search anything. Anime. Fall Guys. I think even if we wanted to, there's probably like an Among Us version of Fortnite somewhere.
Probably. I will say there is a game, speaking of Among Us, and I only know it's similar is because it says imposters.
Oh.
The name is called Imposter. And I think it's very similar, except you use your regular skins.
Right.
Versus like
the Among Us little like astronaut characters and stuff. So
yeah.
But that's pretty
Which
cool.
I'm interested to try that one.
Yeah.
What was that one game you and I played? That was very much like Portals.
Oh,
I don't remember it. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was called Portal or something like that. Or
it's called Alien Portals.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah, that one, it was short, but it was, I think, well, okay. So, tooting our horn here, I think it was so short because we were just so good at the game.
Yeah.
Like, it was nowhere near as challenging as Portals, a little bit. But Portals, like that, the first one, which you played a little bit, and I think you're like, it's not the same because it's not with you. Like, it's better to play. Now, I made the mistake of having you played with me, but we were just looking for co-op games to play.
Right.
Versus, like, playing the first one and then jumping into the second one. You're like, oh, cool, because, like, you mastered the first one, you survived. But, yeah, it's called Alien Portals, and it's pretty much like you're this average, original OG skin, and you're trying to save your fish friend because you get abducted by aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was pretty cutesy, and you're pretty much... And essentially, you can play
and I
the
carried
game.
you the whole time.
Well, hey, I did the boss.
Yeah,
I
you did.
beat the boss.
I couldn't get him.
Huh. But there was, and again, essentially, like, I think you could do it by yourself. I know at one point, like, I was like, oh no, like, this is a lot easier with both of us.
Right.
Versus, like, being a little bit more challenging with one person. It could have been done. Because I think that's the way the game is set up. Like, you can solo it. Because, again, it's supposed to be the one person going after his friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, hey, he woke up his friend and now it's him and his friend going through portal or whatever. But yeah, at some point you're like, oh, you know, thank God we had two of us because it just made things a lot easier. You can solo it or you can just do it by yourself. But yeah, it was shorter than what I thought it was. But I think that's since we were just like so good at it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as challenging as like the Portal games themselves, but it was still pretty cool. Once you saw it, you're like, oh, we're playing it. And I was like, okay, but it was pretty cool. Like, again, and even with that, like, the cutscenes were pretty okay. You know, we got like a little snippet at the end, slightly jump scare with the aliens.
Yeah, they're creepy.
And you were expecting it, just like jumped out. You're like, ah. And I kind of like forewarned you before, and you kind of just like, oh, okay, and then and you did it anyway.
Yeah.
But which again in Portals are no aliens. It's just, you know, which I thought was like a nice little twist, but it was pretty good. I liked it. It was pretty interesting that they incorporated a mechanism of portals. So, but again, literally you can find almost anything in Fortnite now with the creators having free reign to create whatever, and companies like Disney and like the ones that did the Kraken and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to see like what games are coming out. And I know sometimes Fortnite has that little like corner like news thingy, whatever, like what's coming out, and sometimes they'll feature different like popular games on there, and I'll check them out and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think we'll keep advertising. I think we're gonna sponsor a couple of the creators, and try to get some of our fans and some of our Patreons to kind of do like little like help out with sponsors for other creators, because I think they deserve it too. Like I think they
do. They put a lot of hard work into
Yeah.
making these games pretty awesome.
But I think that's our time, my love. Do you have anything else to add before we sign off?
Nope.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for listening. I am Samurai and my lovely host,
Helena.
and we will catch you next time. Stay tuned.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Yes Fortnite Radio podcast. Catch us on our Facebook at facebook.com/JATF podcast. Also, join us on the Fumbling Forward Discord network so you can keep updated with everything Fortnite and everything going on with us. I am Samurai once again. Peace out. Catch you guys later.